I got a strange going on out here. Something just killed my dog.
Something killed your dog?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining the show, the Cryptid Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel. You guys, I got a cool story. So I've had these two gentlemen on the show before, but in separate episodes. I have Wyatt and I have Richard. And you might recognize them if you've watched their episodes. These guys, while they were doing an investigation, shortly after the investigation, they were texting me, dude, we had an incredible night. So what they did is they went back to an area that had an abandoned campground on it. And they had seen multiple eye shines the last time they were there. It started getting a little hairy with the I want to say the party that went to shore to explore the abandoned campground, so much so that they radioed back to Richard, who was the piloting the boat. Now, Richard has a bass boat, and if anybody knows anything about bass boats, you can't get a lot of people on those boats. It was packed to capacity, and then some, getting people back off of the shore to get them back to a safe place because they had some crazy activity going on. Well, folks, they went back again last week. Or earlier this week, and they had some incredible encounters. I've got some videos to show you. So without further ado, I'm just going to say thanks for all the support. Thanks for the subscriptions, the likes, the shares, the comments. Thank you so much. I have a membership at $2.99 a month. With that, you get a early access to a Saturday release. I do those once a month. There is more things to come. So, hey, guys, I'm not going to hold you guys back any further. Here we go. We're going to bring Richard and Wyatt on. Guys, how's it going? Good to see you again.
Good seeing you, Daniel. How are you?
Doing good. So,
What's on?
Hey, man, I was excited to hear that you guys are going back out. So, you guys returned to Dogman Cove, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Now, what made you guys decide to go back?
We go out all the time. We like it.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys
were kind of last of the moment. I texted him about 8:30. Said, "Hey, you want to go out? We ain't been out. Let's just go out." And I'm glad we did.
When was the last time you guys were out there?
Back in August. It was been
August.
about 7 months. 7 months ago. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and put the camera on you guys, and just kind of tell us what you guys first encountered when you went. Now, did either of you guys go ashore, or you guys just stayed on the boat?
Stayed in the boat.
Stayed in the boat. Okay.
Stayed in the middle of the lake in the boat.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, I'm just going to put the camera on you guys. You guys go ahead and let's hear what you guys got going on.
All right. You want to start?
Go ahead, bub.
All right. So we got out there. It was a little after 9 o'clock. When we first were putting the boat in the water, the only sound we could hear, we could hear a screech owl off in the distance. But we got out to our cove that we always go to, and we decided, we're going to shut the lights off for a little bit and see what happens. We didn't have anything going on. It was dead quiet. I mean, there was no insect sounds.
Dead quiet. There was nothing making any noises.
And after that, Richard's like, well, let's turn the lights on and see if we get any activity. And then I'll let him describe what happened.
I turned them lights on after about 30 minutes. Turned the lights on. It wasn't 10 minutes later, something was walking up the hill. You can hear it walking. So we started shining our lights, and we were going up towards the power line, and you could hear it walking parallel to us. We got to the power line hoping it would cross the power line. We got right to the edge of them woods and stopped. And it went back the other way, but it never did leave. We kept hearing it walking around and stuff. And then we started hearing stuff on the other side.
Yeah. Well, we always turn around right there at that power line because that's about as far as you can go without getting water for the trolling motor and stuff. So we turned around, and we could also hear it walking back the other direction with us for just a little bit. And we keep trolling along, and we heard a pack of coyotes go off, right?
Yeah, that was a long ways away across the other side of the lake.
Yeah. And then in my head, I'm thinking, man, we need to see some eye shine or something. And literally 5 minutes later, Richard starts shining his light up in the tree. And
Sorry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this video on, and it's going to mute the mics. So let's just let this play out. It's a minute 18 seconds. You guys, seriously, pay attention to the trees when they start shining their lights up here.
We never heard it go walking up the hill. Oh, right there I saw it. There's one, there's two, and there's three. There's one up there. There's one up there, and there's one up there. But we never heard it go up the hill. I don't see him now. Oh, there it is right there. This old dead tree, the fork to the tree, right there. It's right up, right there. See it? Now it's gone again. It's like every time I get my light on it, it goes.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to ask some questions. I'm going to come back on camera with you guys. So I'm going to ask questions because people are going to want to know. How do we know definitively that they may be Sasquatch or whatnot? I've hunted raccoon, and my thing is, could those be raccoon in your opinion?
No.
not really. I mean,
we did see a raccoon on the shoreline up creek a little bit, but these were up above the ground. And when I first saw it, it was kind of close to the water, and I trolled over to it. Like the last time I was on, I told you that me and my son, we seen something, we trolled up and it started going up the hill. Well, these did the same thing. We got closer and these went almost all the way to the top of the hill. And then as we back out, they came back down, and you can hear something walking, and it literally broke a big branch when it stepped on it. You can hear it snap. So it wasn't no raccoon stepping on a stick, because it was a big stick that snapped when it stepped on it. You can hear it.
I mean, unless it was like 1,000-pound raccoon. But
Okay, so my question is, so those trees, me never being there, so I don't know what the lay of the land is on there. So you're saying those trees, about how tall are those trees?
35, 40 feet.
yeah.
And they're on a slope going up a hill?
Yeah, there's a hill behind that those trees are on, back behind it.
Okay. And about did you see anything other than the eye shine?
Not there, no.
No.
Okay. And now when you showed the camera where it was like panning to the right, is that where something had come down out of the tree and was walking off, and that's what you guys were hearing, and was kind of trying to catch it with the flashlight and the camera at the same time?
Well, most of the eye shine was right there at the beginning, right there in the first 30 seconds of the video.
Okay.
We were looking for the eye shine. That's why we were moving the camera around. You could see the two up at the top, the two sets of eye shines. You could see them at one time at one point.
Yep.
But there was another set of eyes, but it was closer to the ground. They were basically in a triangle pattern.
Okay.
I don't see raccoons going in a triangle pattern going up and down the hill. But I'm not 100% saying it's Bigfoot, but
Okay.
we're kind of moving in a coordinated pattern.
Okay. So now, you see the eye shine. What's the next series of events that happen, and what video clip do you want me to play?
We heard that something snapped that branch, and I just quit trolling. I just sat there and let the wind and what little wind and current take us down, and we were just kind of floating real slow. And then on the other side, is we heard that something walking again was paralleling us as we started floating away.
Okay.
Whatever it was at first, I was hoping it'd come out to the power line. It stopped. When we stopped, it stopped. You didn't hear nothing walking again. And then once I set the trolling or let the trolling motor go and it just started drifting, you could hear something moving when we were floating in the current.
Okay. I'm going to play this clip that's like 1:01. Let me know what's going on with this clip.
That's coyote. No. That's not coyote. No. No.
So like in the first 35 seconds of that video, if anybody's watching and want to just go ahead and rewind it a little bit, turn your volume up as loud as you can, or your headphones up as loud as you can. You definitely hear something going off in the background. And at first I thought it was coyotes as well, but then it's just the vocalization was not the same as I would normally hear with a pack of coyotes out there. How long did that last?
Probably 15, 20 seconds
Yeah.
at least.
It was a good long howl. And I agreed with you on that it wasn't coyotes. Coyotes have that yelp, and then theirs will go up and down and back up. This was one continuous, just same pitch, no breaks, just one long howl. And that's when Wyatt asked, that coyotes? No, that is not coyotes. And then it just kind of faded off. And then that's when everything just broke loose. I mean, then we started hearing all kinds of stuff.
Okay, so we're going to play this next one. It's 1:14. Again, everybody make sure you turn your volumes up so you can hear it. I don't think you have to turn up too loud to hear this. You definitely hear something distinctive.
I'm recording.
Okay, so definitely heard Wyatt's jacket super loud, and then you heard the truck jack breaking in the background. But I heard like 4 different like owls. Now I did hear an owl in there because you heard the trail at the end of its hooting, but the other 3 that I heard, there was no trail off. You know, they had that long hoo 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 like that. Like the third one that I heard had that, but the other two didn't. And what I found really interesting is that when the true owl, the real owl, hooted, almost immediately there was a reply.
Yeah, see, the owl was actually on the left side of us, up on the hill, and as soon as it was done, something on the right, where we heard that something paralleling us up by the power line, something on the right, that's when it was imitating an owl, and then you'll start hearing the monkey sounds on the other videos.
And
I didn't, even before it started making the good monkey sound that we'll hear in just a little bit. Those owls that weren't owls, they started their owl calls started trailing off into different sounds. I wasn't able really to capture that on the video because I would video for a little bit and turn it off. But like you said, caught the owls that didn't sound like owls on there.
yeah.
But
And you guys, you will definitely hear when he said about the monkey sounds. Check this out. Okay, so that was really cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna let you know what I heard. I heard the monkey sounds. Okay. Then I heard the knocking, the clack, 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 clack.
Yes.
Yep. And then I don't know if you heard it, but I heard something in the background going, whoo, 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 like making that kind of noise. And then near the end, you heard the clacking, the clack, clack, clack again. How long did all of this take place for you guys when you guys were out there doing all of this?
well, I don't know. It's hard to. I honestly don't remember, but it went on for a good bit.
Yeah, between the first owl fired off to the last monkey sound and rock clacking was probably 4, maybe 5 minutes.
And go ahead. Sorry, Wyatt.
I'm sorry about that too, bud. The funny thing is the rock clacking. We didn't hear that audibly out. We did not hear that until we listened to it on the video. I don't know if we were so enthralled about hearing all the other stuff that we missed the rock clacking. But yeah, we didn't hear that out loud.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely like to hang out with you guys and try to get my hands on a couple of parabolic mics and just slowly scan back and forth along the tree. Because it's not just one or two of you guys that are experiencing things in this area. I mean, your first party when you went out in August was like 7, 8 people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And one of those people happened to be D.A. Roberts.
Yep.
And
now this cove where all this is taking place is not the Combs Ferry. It's nowhere near Combs Ferry Cove.
yeah.
They're completely two different. So DA hasn't ever been to this cove with us.
Oh, okay.
He's wanting to go.
Yeah, we're fixing to get him to go out with us here. I've got a thermal imager coming now that I can
Nice.
record video. So next time we go out, I'm gonna have it.
That's
This is
gonna
that
be
cove
fantastic.
where we found that structure on the side of the bank that one night.
Is that also the same area where like the dead fish or is that a different area?
That's
That was-
Combs Ferry
that's
area.
Combs Ferry.
Yeah. Okay.
This is the actual Dogman Cove where I seen the silhouette of the snout and stuff
Yeah.
and the multiple sets of eye shine.
Whew, man, see, I wish I lived closer. I honestly, gosh, do. I mean, I wish I could live close enough where you guys like, hey, Dan, you want to? Yes.
Come on down. We got plenty of room. We can put you in for a few nights.
Man,
Yeah,
I'm just,
I got spare bedrooms.
man, it's just, it's crazy that you guys are having all this activity. And again, the first video, people are going to be very, very critical of the eye shine. And until they get a chance to really be in that location to kind of see what the demographic is, what the terrain looks like, the topography looks like, either in the daytime and then at the nighttime. Again, I kind of agree with you guys. You don't normally see a bunch of raccoons up in the same tree. I mean, I've seen it happen, but what they do is they try to hide. They try to, look away from you. They try to, they hide their face and whatnot, so they're not making themselves known. And I think it's just a defense mechanism with the raccoon because, if any of you guys have coon hunted or anybody who's listening's gone out coon hunting, they want to get up as high as they possibly can. If not, try to trick those dogs and get away. And they'll do everything they can to hide their one thing that gives them away is their eye shine. So,
yeah. Well, I guarantee you this was no coons. I'd put my year's paycheck on it. These were not coons.
Man, I still think it's crazy. And then to me, I think out of all of them, my favorite one is the last clip we played, the monkey sounds and those clacks, those rock clacks. That was fantastic.
I'm going to do my best to have those videos sent to somebody that can clean them up and, maybe take the jacket sounds out and maybe enhance the audio where you can actually hear the stuff a little bit better. And when I do, I'll send those to you and let you listen to those too.
Oh man, that'll be great. When are you guys planning on going out again?
Well, got to figure out what this weather's going to do here. We've got massive flooding going on right now. Our lake,
I know.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. The lakes are going to be horrible with debris. So it just depends on how bad the lakes get.
Flooding, tornadoes, everything down that area. So,
yeah.
Well, you guys, I mean, this is a short interview, but still, it's literally we got right into it.
Yeah.
When you guys were, pretty much. How late were you guys out there? About how many hours do you guys think you guys are out there?
About 4.
Yeah.
About 4 hours. And
I think it was one something in the morning when we finally got done with everything.
Man,
I've been fishing that lake for 30 plus years, and I have never ever heard any noise like that anywhere around that lake. And it to me, I just tried to tell a guy at work, go to a zoo, listen to a monkey jumping around and hollering. That's what we heard. It's like, no. Yeah, that's what we heard.
Man. Yeah, if you get a chance to get that enhanced and cleaned up there, Wyatt, please send it to me. That'd be fantastic.
No, I will, buddy. And the one where you hear the owl sounds, like I was saying, I think when I was listening to it with my headphones, faintly, we're talking for just a minute, and in the background, I'm pretty sure you can start hearing the monkey noises kind of start a little bit there. But
yeah, that howl also early on, that was pretty cool too. That is, like you said, it was steady, long drawn out. There was no breaks in it. Yeah, those weren't coyotes.
No.
And what I believe is I think it was, since I was asking him if it was coyotes, and we decided it wasn't.
Yeah.
I think it was a dog man way off in the distance.
That sounded closer though.
No.
It was quite a ways away. It was in the very, very, very back of that cove up on there's a ridge that runs up in there, and it was at the back of that ridge. There's 2 mountains that come down, and then the creek runs up to the back of it. And it was in the very back of that.
No, thank you.
No, thanks. Like I've mentioned before, that I think they know my boat. I turned them lights on, and they know my boat. We didn't hear nothing for 30, 35 minutes. Nothing. Dead quiet, no bugs, no nothing. Turned them lights on. It wasn't 10 minutes and stuff started happening. As soon as I turned my lights on, you hear stuff start walking. And I told Wyatt, let's leave the lights off for it, see what happens. Nothing. You turn the lights on, let's see. And it wasn't even 10 minutes, and something started walking up, and you can hear it walking, coming down and paralleling us.
And once again, how I talked about it in the episode I was on, Daniel, where you can hear everything.
Yeah.
And you should be able to turn and look and see it.
Yeah.
Same thing. The sound was close enough. You should have been able to see one walking across the bank of the lake.
Right. There was nothing.
Yeah.
Man, y'all need to get some super crazy high power flashlights. Like I got this one right here. This little thing right here. Man, I could walk out to the middle of my street and I could see all the way down both ends of my street.
I've
Like,
got a
clearly
15,000 lumina flashlight that's pretty bright.
And
Good.
that's the one. That's the one where we heard the one back in a different cove.
Yeah.
Heard it sound like it was shaking all sorts of stuff. I shined that light right where the sound was coming from, and there was nothing there.
Nothing. Oh, man. Well, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and close out this video. You guys, again, you guys go out again. I am game to have you guys back on. You guys get anything. This is really, really, really cool. I mean, yeah, they're short little videos. They're raw, which I like. But just imagine what we're going to hear when you get that audio cleaned up. Holy smokes, it's going to be fantastic.
I think it'll be something special. I really do.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys, I just want to say thanks so much for coming on. Thanks for trusting me with your guys' stories and this audio. And I'll let you guys know when I get it posted.
All right, well, thank you for allowing us to tell them. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
Daniel. We appreciate it, buddy.
Hey, not a problem. Anytime, guys. You guys know you can call me, text me. You both got my numbers. And just, yeah, if you just want to shoot the stuff, just let me know.
Sounds good.
All right,
Get
you guys
down
hang
here
out.
one day.
Wait,
Yeah.
I plan on. I think I'm going to be heading up there in August. I'm going to be going to that. What is it? Tennessee Hairy Man Cryptid and Con, something like that. So I'll be able to see like Daryl Denton and Martin Groves and Kuhnbo and a couple other people up there. So
That'll be awesome.
yeah. So I mean, heck, we'll see. I might take a few more extra days and swing on down to Arkansas or whatnot and hang out. Yeah, I hear that. Is that thunder?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys, please be safe. All right. I'll say prayer for you guys and everybody that's around your areas. Just, just be safe. You guys got stuff coming down. Get in that shelter as soon as you can.
Yeah, we'll keep your brother in mind too, bub.
All right, man. I appreciate that, guys.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Appreciate everything.
Hey, guys, thanks so much. You guys have a great night.
Bye.
All right. Hey, guys, again, thank you so much for watching the show tonight. You guys, it was really a spur of the moment thing to get these two guys on. They just did their investigation. It may not seem like it's a long episode, but, this is how some of them are. We got right to it, showed some pretty cool videos. And like Wyatt said, he's going to get these things cleaned up, try to get that audio cleaned up. And I just may do a separate video of just this investigation and just allowing you guys to listen to the audio and see these videos or whatnot. So without further ado, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for joining the show tonight. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Remember, always stay prayed up, as my buddy Josh always says. And like I always like to say, remember, a legend begins with a sighting. You guys have a great night. I'll see you again soon.
I got a strange going on out here. Something just killed my dog.
Something killed your dog?